Hallelujah.
Amen.
Tell the one beside you there is reward in serving. There is reward in serving. No matter how long it takes. It will come. Hallelujah. Amen. If it takes Joshua 40 years to serve under Moses, and study him, and hold the mantle through humiliation, but he has been rewarded. Amen. He will also be rewarded. Amen. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for a day like this. We glorify you for giving us the opportunity to fellowship with you, to glorify your name, to expand your kingdom business. Lord, we pray you take control. Holy Spirit, lead us, touch our hearts, give us what you have for us, so that we shall never be the same. Yes. Thank you, Lord, for answer prayer. In Jesus' name I pray. Thanksgiving. Amen. Amen. Beloved, the theme for today's exhortation is serving in humility. Serving in humility. The three tests that are given. The first one from Joshua chapter 3 verse 7 to 17. The second one, 1 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 9 to 13. And Matthew 23, 1 to 12. All of them are telling us something. By three categories of men of God in the Bible. The Matthew, Jesus spoke to us and taught us the way. And in the text of the Thessalonians, Paul also talked to us about humility in serving. And the third one from Joshua. Joshua is also telling us a lot of things. Hallelujah. Amen. I'll touch on that of Jesus and Paul briefly, and we get to the heart of Joshua. Amen. Amen. Beloved in the Lord Jesus Christ, for us to understand what it means to be serving in humility, we need to understand serving. Serving is simply helping, rendering, work, provision, protection to others. And humility is a way of behaving that shows that you do not think that you are better or more important than other people. Humility and meekness could be interchanged. I want to let you know that either be humility or weakness, meekness is not a weakness. When you see people being very humble or being meek, does not mean that they are weak. They want you to get to their heart. They want you to get closer to them. Hallelujah. Amen. And for us to understand this very well, we need to have an understanding of what servanthood is. We are all servants of God that have been sent unto this earth to dwell on earth, to carry out his purpose, to enjoy the fruit of the earth. Therefore, we need to be accountable to the Lord that has positioned us here. We need to know his willingness. We need to know his will. And we must be willing and obedient to what it tells us. Most of us as Christians miss the boat when it comes to servanthood or serving. I want to let you understand that the three things that God gave us, the talent, the treasury, and time, we need to be accountable for them. We need to use it to serve Him, the Almighty, vertically, and to serve fellow human beings horizontally. For that matter, for you to be able to do it, you must learn to relate with people. You must learn to relate with God. You relate with God in His Word. These days, the Lord speaks to us more through His Word than any other thing. That is why EIC is a Bible-believing church. They put a lot of programs in place for you to attend summit in 1 hour a week. For you to have prayer and fasting 1 day in a week. For you to join a ministry that you go to fellowship and dig deep into the Word. By doing these things, as Ephesians chapter 5 verse 15 to 21 talks about, then you will be infilling yourself as a Christian with the food that the Holy Spirit needs to work through you, to work in you, to be upon you. Hallelujah. Amen. So, if you are not doing what the Bible is teaching us, or the Lord is teaching us through His Word, it will be difficult for you to understand serving in humility, or to be difficult for you to understand servanthood. Servanthood implies that you are for somebody. Somebody control you, and that is God, and you work for Him. Therefore, all that we owe as human beings, when we identify and know that it's for somebody, it's not for us, it will not be too difficult for us to spend our time on the Lord, on the Lord's work. It will not be too difficult for us to spend our treasury, our resources on the Lord's work. And I want to let you know and understand today, if you have not heard it before, that servanthood or serving others and serving the Lord, we shall be judged by that. We need to be accountable for how we spend our time, the talent, and the treasure that the Lord gave us. Because He said, I'm in prison, you do not visit me. I am feeling cold, I am in rag, you do not clothe me. I am hungry, you do not feed me. Hallelujah. Amen. Is that right? Is it in the Bible? Yes. So are we doing it? Are you touching people in life? Or you're only acquiring wealth? I believe that if we really want to touch people, we should not be in red all the time. It shouldn't happen. Looking at the number of us here. Hallelujah. Amen. Let us stand up like the gallant soldiers of the Lord. Let us understand how servanthood is. Let us move forward. Beloved, in the text of Matthew 23, 1 to 13, Jesus tells us that the greatest among you must be a servant. So if you want to be great in the kingdom, we are talking about kingdom business. We are not talking about the earthly kingship. Hallelujah. Amen. But even that, in the earthly kingship, they are the greatest servant of the community. The president are the greatest servant of the state. Hallelujah. Amen. You need to find yourself doing the kingdom business of serving. And you need to do it also in humility. And Jesus have indicated in that context of the text that those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. To be a good servant, you have to be humble. You have to operate in humility. You don't look mean upon others. We don't look at others and chuckle. You don't underrate others. You look at them as your sister and a brother that God has made in his own image. That he has instructed us to relate to one another. Beloved, he went on to say, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. So humility is important in the kingdom business as Christians. And when you are humble, you will not jealous your brother. You will not be covetous. You will not be greedy. You will not keep your anger about your brother or sister till the next day. You will not operate in the realm of the enemy, because the enemy uses those tools, as Galatians chapter 5 verse 17 to 19 talks about, to manipulate us. And to be able to serve, you really need to be under the unction of the Holy Spirit. Amen. You really need to be in the Lord. You really need to be in the Word. You really need to be prayerful. Amen. You really need to stand firm your ground. Hallelujah. Amen. No matter the challenges. Beloved, Jesus Christ himself demonstrated what he taught us, that the greatest among you must be a servant by what? Washing the feet of his disciples. So why are you feeling too big? You think you cannot be able to join the choir? You think the men fellowship, the women fellowship, they gossip too much? You will not be part of them. Go there and cause a change. Amen. Go there, amen. What the Lord put in your heart, bring it on board. Yes. It will be a testimony for somebody. Yes. It will lift somebody up. Yes. Why are we finding our cell meetings to be empty? Why are we finding our Tuesday prayer sessions, the place to be empty? Why are we saying we are too tired to go to the secular world and work and get money? That money is the Lord that blesses us with. But to fellowship with one another 1 hour, you go and work 8 hours, 12 hours, and then even beyond that, to spend 1 hour with your fellow brethren. That the Lord tells us in the Hebrews chapter 10 verse 22 to 25 that fellowshipping together pleases him. Yes. Beloved, let's change our attitude. Amen. Let's draw closer to the Lord. Amen. Then we will understand his ways. Then we will be obedient in dealing with him. Beloved, in the text of Thessalonica, there is something that Paul said that will answer the theme that we are having. At the 1 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 7 to 8. The New Living Translation put it this way. As apostles of Christ, we certainly had a right to make some demands of you, but instead we were like children among you, or we were like a mother feeding and caring for her own children. We love you so much that we share with you not only God's good news, but our own lives too. Whom are you sharing your life with? If Paul is saying, but instead we were like children among you. Look at the humility, the humbleness of Paul. In other texts he said, he made himself as the people so that he could be able to get into them and be able to win some of them for the kingdom. What are you doing to win somebody for the kingdom? Hallelujah. Amen. Do you really know and understand that in serving you need to win people to the kingdom? And he went further to say, Or otherwise, if we don't behave like children, we were behaving like mothers feeding and caring for her own children. Humility. Humility. Beloved in the Lord Jesus Christ, it is so important that we serve, not to serve boastfully, but to serve in humility, in discipline and self-control situation, as Paul have done. And he did not say that he knows all, despite the fact that he was a learned person in religious matters. He all the time said, pray for me. If you read almost all his letters, he asked the people to pray for him to have the enablement and the power to be able to preach the word. So you also need a prayer. Amen. You also need to pray for somebody. And those are the tools that we need to work for the Lord. Jesus doesn't do it in his strength. He said, Lord, let your will be done. I lift up the situation to you. I leave the challenge unto you. Beloved, are you also lifting the situation to the Lord? Are you communicating with him in prayer? Are you gleaning through the words to see what he is telling you today and for you to move on? Beloved in the Lord Jesus Christ, when we get to the book of Joshua, oh, Joshua is a man that touches my heart so much. And I encourage everyone to study the character of Joshua. Try hard to study the character of Joshua by reading his book before the year ends, and you will be blessed. Amen. The humbleness in Joshua, the self-control and patience that he has, despite the humiliation that they sent 12 of them to go and scout or spy the land, when they came, the 10 majority, they gave a negative report. And they have forgotten that it's the Lord that caused them, helped them to cross the Red Sea and go to where they are. And say he's sending them to the promised land. The Lord has a purpose in your life. Amen. He has a purpose in your life. Amen. He did not bring you here just to look at the desert and go. The desert area here is a learning ground. It's a ground of preparation. I understand Paul has been in this region for 3 years. After the road of Damascus, he had to seek the face of the Lord. If you have come here, you will not go with anything. Go with the Lord. Amen. And the Lord will reward you. Amen. And the Lord will open a door for you. Amen. The Lord will change your situation. Amen. Beloved in the Lord Jesus Christ, for Joshua to stand firm with Caleb, to say, yes, the people are giants. Yes, it may be a difficult task, but it is not by our strength nor our might, but it's by the power of God. Yes. It is the Lord that when we trust, he will take us there. I want to let you know, when you read Joshua chapter 3 that is given to us, it's very interesting. When God is telling Joshua that I will make you great like the way I made Moses today in the presence of the Israelites. Joshua knew God so much, and the single mistake that the man the Bible described, beside Jesus to be the most humble person, Moses is the one that you will see in the Bible that the Lord described as the most humble or the meekest person. The mistake he made, claiming a single glory in annoyance, anger for himself, that prevented him from going to the promised land. You will see carefully from the book that Joshua is saying, after taking the people from the Acacia Grove close to the river Jordan. They come there. There was a need to prepare. So the leaders went into the camps, talking to the people the way they have to move. The way the ark have to be about half a mile or a kilometer ahead of them, because they have not been there before. Then the Lord will lead. Hallelujah. Amen. There is a need for you and me to have spiritual preparation. Physical preparation in whatever we do. We need to lift the physical preparation that we prepare unto the Lord. When you get into the scripture, Joshua said in verse 5, that Joshua said to the people, purify yourself, for tomorrow the Lord will do great wonders among you. When the Lord said, I will lift you up in the presence of the people, he is telling them the Lord will do what? Great wonders among you. Hallelujah. Amen. He doesn't claim the glory for himself. The glory is for the Lord. So he was positioning the people to relate and align well with God. Beloved, when the Lord had declared to him, again, in verse 9, then the Lord told Joshua, today I will begin to make you a great leader in the eyes of all the Israelites. They will know that I am with you, just as I was with Moses. Joshua said to the Israelites, come and listen to what the Lord your God says. Today you will know that the living God is among you. He will surely drive out the enemies, the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Jebusites, the Perizzites, the Geshites, the Amorites, and then the Jebusites ahead of you. Look upon the ark of the Lord. He is leading. He is going to take us through. Oh, what a man to God's own heart. How have people gone to that level to get committed to the Lord and trust him in every challenging situation? Beloved, I want to let you know that if Joshua had gone through a humiliation, if 2 out of 12 people took the position, the remaining 10, those are the people that the Israelites followed. And that was the end of them. The Lord made sure that all of them, because they don't believe him, they trust him, they all died at the desert. They could not reach the promised land, apart from Caleb and Joshua. And Joshua did not just go. He was given the mantle because he had studied Moses very carefully. And he was a war strategist, a military man that led the people across. There are 3 key important things that I want us to learn about Joshua. What we think about God has a powerful effect upon what we do. What you and I think about God will have a powerful effect on us. Because that is what has effect on Joshua's life. Hallelujah. Amen. The second point is, ever since Adam's fall, human beings have had to endure pains whether they accept responsibility or decline it. Whether you like it or not, whether you are prepared to serve or not, you go through what? Difficulties, you go through challenges. But the easiest way is to accept the responsibility. And the pain that goes with it, there is a reward in it. Hallelujah. Amen. And Joshua had it. Our decision to accept or run away from responsibility determines the types of pain we experience and the effect they will have on us. Yes. Paul has made it clear, we saw in his life, that the glory doesn't come on silver platter. There are challenges ahead. But when you take the positive decision to follow Jesus, to follow the route, you will go with a glory. Amen. You will go with a glory. Amen. So, Joshua's pain, because he chose the right path, caused development and made him the most effective leader, one of the most effective leaders that history will talk about. Joshua's accomplishment and strength made us to understand that when faced with life challenges, sought God's direction. So this afternoon I want to tell you that no matter the challenges that you are facing, sought God's face. Seek his direction, he will direct you and lead you to where you need to go. He was not afraid to go against the popular opinion. Even when, more often, we look at the way votes are cast or the way people behave. Where majority are going, you want to see where Koishi is going, where Joe is going. You can't take a decision on your own. You cannot be able to take a decision if you are not in the Word. If you are in the Word and you are prayerful, you are in the Psalms, you are in the hymns, the Holy Spirit will give you a discerning spirit. Yes. And you take the right decision. Yes. You will not depend on others. You don't look on others' face. Solid preparation and encouragement are keys to a good training. They have prepared. Joshua prepared the people. And he has asked them to purify themselves or to consecrate themselves. What are we doing as Christians? Are we only in the physical senses? Or we are dwelling in the spirit? Fellow Christians, we are to carry a message of hope to others. But before getting involved in others' life, we need to examine our motives. Are we helping other people for personal gain or because we are sincerely concerned about them? That is a question you have to ask yourself. We need to get into people's life. Last week, Wednesday, I was touched. There was a gentleman who walked to me and told me, Lawrence, do you know, you are telling me another thing today. I will consider it. Do you know that you have caused me to stop smoking? You have blessed me to stop smoking. That is a way you can also do something for somebody. To save his life. At a given time, when people see me in Catalan, they say, why like this, why like that, why like this? It's a single statement that draw me closer to people, draw people closer to me. And I get to their hearts, and I give them the word. And it has transformed a lot of people. Amen. You must have a way of transforming the people. Amen. We should make this question an integral part of our personal moral inventory. We need to serve with our talent, our treasure, our time. Amen. And as we do it and do it well, the Lord's blessing will be on our heads. Let's be after